Hey, what's going on everybody? This is take number 6 on a video that I already completed a long time ago and for some reason was deleted. Today we are looking at the Jade Audio. This is the EA3. Essentially this is an improved version of the FiO FH1. This is a FiO product. Jade Audio is a sub-brand of FiO. This is their like bargain budget division, whatever you want to call it. Just a non-really impressive box. It's just a little thin box. There isn't even the ohms or anything for this product on there, and there's also not on the site that I'm looking at right now. So I can't give that to you, and I would like to, but I haven't been able to find it. Even on HeadFi, there's not a mention of what the ohms are. So I don't know the impedance or the ohms, but here are the packages that you get. There are 6 tips. There's black, kind of KZ style, and then there's these red, kind of spin fit looking TRN KB kind of looking red tips. The units themselves, very nice. I had ordered the blue. Unfortunately, this color of smoke came. It's really pretty in person, but on camera it sucks. It doesn't show up. I would have liked the blue. Blue is my favorite color, and I would have liked that. I like colors. I like green and yellow and red on my audio equipment. I think it's cool. As a matter of fact, I ordered very rare the AKG Y50, but in orange, not yellow. I wanted the yellow too, but it never came, so that's really sad. Probably can't get that anymore unless I look on eBay. There's a giant filter. There's a big bore on these. That's a mistake. These should not have a big bore. They have a lot of treble to begin with. You don't want that going into your ear unless you like that sort of thing. Slide that over. Here we have a silver plated crystalline copper cable. Try to say that a bunch of times fast. Aluminum fittings. The splitter's aluminum. The slider's aluminum. The end 3.5 millimeter gold plated. That's also on an aluminum end piece. This is plastic, obviously. Red and blue, left and right. Stock cables go. This is a really good stock cable, really. Seriously, for the price of these, I paid 28 bucks for these, and I like these, honestly. If you're going to ask me what I like better, these. Oh, that's a tough decision. There are very few earphones that are almost perfect or perfect. Especially when you're talking in the lower price ranges, you're going to have to give something up to get something. Comfort-wise goes to these guys. They are a little bit bigger than the Velons, but I think these are more comfortable. Sound signature wise, they're completely different. You know, I wouldn't even do a comparison. What a complete difference there are. These do have good sound stage though, don't get me wrong. It's a very, very balanced sound stage. It is wide and it has width and depth, and it isn't the largest, but it is far from narrow and small. You can see that nice faceplate, very beautiful faceplate. The blue is absolutely gorgeous. I suppose it's better to have this. I have like 2 TRNs and basins that have kind of similar blue guitar pick looking faceplates. Nice filter on the end. Nice. The ear tips are comfortable. The earphones themselves are comfortable. 2-pin connector. It's a solid resin build. There obviously is a separation there, but I mean it feels solid. It feels like a premium product. It has a light weight to it. You get your 2 different types of tips, so you get 6 tips in all. You get this case, which I really like the looks of this case. I just don't like this case at all. It's too small. If this was bigger, maybe had like some protective plastic inside of it and a pouch to carry something like this. I mean, if I want to take this with me, I have to put it in a. It's not even going to fit in there. My Aurus Amplify Bluetooth receiver, it's not going to fit in there. So, or your music player. I mean, you know, there's just no way. I don't like that. I suppose you can always buy an aftermarket cable. DD Hi-Fi makes a lot of good aftermarket cables. But I like the material of the case, and I like the way it looks. I just wish it was a little bigger. So these themselves, we're talking Knowles balanced armature. It's a 33518 BA. There is a gigantic, see if we can see this, right there. That is a 13.6 millimeter dynamic driver. That is bigger than a lot of earbud drivers that I have. And those usually have really big earbud drivers, are usually on the bigger side, 10 millimeter and up. It's a detachable 0.78 millimeter 2-pin cable. It has a high purity monocrystalline silver plated copper cable. Says it takes the File FH1 to the next level at 28 bucks. How can I not recommend these? I mean, they're great. So the highs are sharp. It's a bright pair. There's really, really strong, aggressive, detailed bass and sub-bass that booms. Roughly, I don't know, maybe in the bass canon a little, I think it's a little more balanced, but it is very aggressive. The mids, very clear. Vocals are excellent. Obviously it's a V shape, so there is some recession there. Mids can be kind of thin. Highs have a lot of sparkle. If you're high sensitive, definitely don't bother. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tried these yet with foam. You get a pair of these Dakoni bullets, pop them on, and that should tame the highs to a certain degree, and also provide a nice seal too. Love those things. Yeah, I can definitely see myself using these different tips. Obviously, I don't want the wide bore on them. It's going to depend on a lot of things. It's going to depend on your track. It's going to depend on your equipment, and it's also going to depend. Ultimately, it's going to depend on your ears. And you get that nice cable, which is better than a lot of stock cables, KZ, CCA. It's kind of on the idea of like a TRN type cable. Trying to think of another company that makes nice stock cables. You know, obviously they're not the best cable. It's not going to be like what I have on these Belons right here. This aftermarket 16 core braided heavy cable. That's the Hi-Fi hair cable, I think, on there. Trying to think. CVJ makes good cables. TRN, obviously BQ EYZ and BGVP. Try to say that fast. I mean, really, and I'm doing this in one take, by the way. No editing here. We don't do editing. We do do-overs. We don't do editing. So the File EA3 is the first from the Jade Audio, and it is definitely a good, solid product. Obviously, it's not the first from File. They make a dozen different earphones. But really, honestly, yeah, I can highly recommend this. I would recommend a tip change, a cable change. If you're sensitive to highs, try it out, experiment, see what changes you make, and ultimately there's always EQ. If you're opposed to EQ, then do the tips and the cable thing. So there's a nice soundstage, there's great bass, and there are decent mids and a lot of sparkle with really good detail in the highs. I can see this being appealing for a lot of different people. The highs especially, some things that are tuned for the Asian market tend to be have more highs to them, and some good deep bass. I can definitely see these being a very good hit there. No need to change anything on them. For the American market, probably some tip rolling is the only thing you need. Maybe put on some foams. If you don't like foams, SpinFit makes a dozen different types to change the sound a little bit. More narrower bore. But I can definitely see these being used all the time. I'm going to be using these all the time, really, honestly. I like them, and they're very comfortable, too. This has been the EA3 from Jade Audio, sub-brand of File. These sell for roughly under $30. At the time of this, they may actually be cheaper now, because I've had these for months. Yeah, I think I got these when they first came out. And I did a video and I did a review on HeadFi and my blog, and also in the Facebook forums, and I do the intros in Instagram and Twitter. And for some reason the video on YouTube was deleted. There's no music in it. I don't do musical intros. I don't do any of the flash and pomp and everything. I just give you a video on how I feel about these and the specs, and let you see the product and decide whether you want it. But for some reason that video got deleted, and I'm shaking the camera, sorry. So here I am doing another video. This is the Jade Audio EA3. I really do like these. Oh, I wish they had sent me the blue though. But definitely comfortable, sounds really good. Minimal modifications can bring down the highs if you're treble sensitive, but really nice pair of earphones. Thank you once again. I hope this has been informative, and I hope to see you somewhere on the internet.